Every gambler knows that the secret to surviving,
I don't wanna take advice from fools.
You always won every time you placed a bet.
Money, that's what I want.
All right, this is going to be a good one. Joe Duffy, CEO of OffshoreInsiders.com. We're going to take a look at the Thanksgiving game between the Houston Texans and the Detroit Lions. When I say it's going to be a good one, I don't mean just the report. That's always going to be a good one. But remember a few videos ago, I gave you that big confession. I itch a lot. Why don't you play a drinking game? However many times I scratch myself, and that would include in non-private areas. You got to drink some Kentucky bourbon ale. Been a rough day, itching-wise. I think you're going to be drunk by the end of this video if you play along. Now, the Texans are laying 3 with a total of minus 120, and the total is 50.5. Now, let's take a look at some trends on that game. All records are against the spread. Texans are perfect 7-0 after allowing more than 250 yards passing in their last game. They are 7-1 after scoring more than 30 points in the previous game. All records are against the spread, excluding pushes. And they are 8-2 on the road. 15-5 after allowing less than 90 yards rushing in their last contest. 15-5 overall. But despite all the Texans' great spread records, they're only 1-4 on the road against teams with a losing home record. Meanwhile, Detroit is 7-2 after accumulating more than 350 total yards in their previous contest. 18-37 in the month of November. 4-10 after getting more than 250 yards passing in their previous game. 3-10 against teams with a winning record. 0-8. They dropped 8 straight Thursday contest. And 8 straight in the 12th week of the year. We're going to get to over-under trends in just one moment. I can tell you this is without question the biggest day, Thanksgiving Day ever for handicapper Stevie Vincent at OffshoreInsiders.com. Heard these stats we just gave you? He is the founder of Forensic Sports Handicapping. There is going to be an angle that has never lost in 26 games. That exact angle is unlocked at OffshoreInsiders.com. And also, I was remiss. Early in the year, we did some podcast and video-only specials. If you buy by Thanksgiving Day 2012, by anytime during the day, in fact. Anytime during the day, by the Bet Trinity package for 3 days or longer, I will extend the package by adding the Canadian crew absolutely free for the same amount of time. In other words, get the 4-day Bet Trinity. We'll give you the Canadian crew for 4 days. Only one thing. Got to go to OffshoreInsiders.com. Top of the page, contact us. Send me a quick note saying you're getting the podcast special. Add the Canadian crew. As long as you use the same email address that you made the purchase with, that you set up your account with, we'll be able to find it. We will add it. No other questions. But we obviously want to see how effective these videos are, and that's the best way to test it. So we're going to give you free picks, podcast only. All you have to do is email us. Use the Contact Us page, the Contact Us form at the top of the page. Purchase a Bet at Trinity for 3 days or more. We will give you the Canadian crew free for the same number of days. Houston's going under 10-1 after scoring more than 30 points in the previous game. They've gone under 8-1 on the road against teams with a losing home record. However, the Texans have gone over 14-3 after allowing more than 250 yards in their previous contest as far as yards passing. Now, Detroit has gone over 5 straight after getting more than 350 total yards in their previous game. They've gone over 18-7 after getting more than 250 yards passing in their last game, but under 7 of their last 10 Thursday games. And finally, Detroit has gone over 26-12 against teams with a winning record. OffshoreInsiders.com is where you want to be. OffshoreInsiders.com. If you're watching us on YouTube, please click that subscribe button above you. If you're listening to this podcast, remember you can subscribe to us on iTunes. Offshore Insiders, one word, Offshore Insiders. But visit us at OffshoreInsiders.com. You'll see in the left rail, Twitter feed, Facebook feed, Pinterest feed, what's that other, Rebel Mouse, all that and more at OffshoreInsiders.com. And I didn't scratch myself nearly as much as you thought I would. You're still sober, aren't you?